Welcome back to Mimi Bobek is Dead. My name is Mimi and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage, filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird stuff in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. I don't know, y'all. So I picked up the Natasha Denona mini Trichrome palette and I didn't get it on launch day because I figured, it's gonna come to Sephora and Ulta, and I decided why not buy it through Ulta, which then I immediately regretted because I know Ulta usually ships all their stuff in a bubble mailer and usually comes smashed to pieces. But this time it didn't, and I'm very, very happy about that. So this little guy retails for about $27. A 5-shade ensemble of 3 daring blues, a vibrant icy silver, and a color shifting multi-chrome. Featuring Natasha Denona's signature matte and metallic formulas, these ultra pigmented eyeshadows provide all-day wear and seamless application. So packaging wise, this is the standard packaging that comes with all little Natasha Denona mini palettes, which I really like and appreciate because these are always very, very sturdy. They're really good to travel with, and usually I like the formula better in these little mini palettes than I do in the midi or the large palettes. Now I picked this up because I am a lover of blue eyeshadow and I'm a lover of Mimi Bobek, and I figured why not turn myself into that fucking creature. And boy howdy did I really did. And this was a weird palette. This was a very weird palette. But you know what? Let me show you why it was a weird palette. Why hello my little cupcakes. I am so excited about this palette. This is the Mimi Bobek of palettes, and initially I was kind of like lukewarm about it until it arrived to my doorstep in one piece, by the way. I ordered this through Ulta, and even though they shipped it in a fucking bubble mailer, it still came intact. So these are the shades that we're working with today, and I think what I want to do is 2 different eye looks. When I'm filming this, it's Friday. It's casual Friday. I don't give a shit. So we're gonna do 2 different eye looks. I got no meetings today, so let's fuck it up. I'm gonna start off with this light blue shade right here. And actually, no, I need to put some eye primer on. What am I doing? It's like my fucking first day here. Holy shit, all right. How are y'all? I'm good, really, really good. Super happy that this finally showed up. All right, now that we got some Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer, I'm gonna go in to kind of a large fluffy brush. I'm gonna take that light blue shade, which it is powdery, so heads up there. And I'm gonna put this all over the crease and a little bit above the crease. You definitely have to build this shade up, but I'm not mad at it. It's kind of a very pretty blue-gray. And while there is some severe kick up and pan, there is no fallout on the face, which is great because I did my base and I don't want to look like I fucked Mimi Bobek. I want to be Mimi Bobek. Let's hope that this no fallout is consistent. I look like a truck stop hooker. I love this. All right, so I'm gonna go into this deep blue shade right here, and I'm gonna put that in a crease just to give me a little bit of dimension. Essentially, I just want that multi-chrome to shine. It's swatched really nice, so I'm kind of hoping that it's not gonna be some patchy ass bullshit. So here's hoping that everything works out. This is applying really nicely, which is good. I feel like maybe there's a little bit patchiness, but I don't, just a little bit. What the fuck? Okay. See how it's like skipping right here? It's like creating like really weird lines. Okay, let's just try to see if we can maybe add a little bit more. Yeah, it's the weirdest fucking thing. It just won't stick right there. What the hell? Let me see something. If I just take a clean brush. See when I blend it? Like, it's fucking patchy. This sucks. This fucking sucks. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that light blue and I'm gonna try to blend. Yeah, I think if anything, I'm making I'm making it more noticeable that it's fucking skipping. Okay. Thank you, Natasha Denona. This is great. Yeah, you see that? All right. All right, I'm just gonna just add a little bit more. Why not? This, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, cool, okay, I like that. I like when I see like noticeable, you know what it looks like? Fucking, it looks like little claw marks. How is that possible? How the fuck is that possible? Oh, dear, okay. Oh, wait, I think it's going away, I think it's going away. Kind of. Oh, I hate this so much. Fuck. It looks a little bit better, but I mean, this is fucking frustrating. Hey, you know how fucking annoying this is right now? I just keep babying this shit. I feel like I've been doing this for 15 minutes This is so fucking annoying. I think this is the best that it's gonna look. I'm gonna take a little bit of that light blue and just, maybe I need a smaller brush, hold on. Let's try a smaller brush. I wanna be able to like blend those edges so it doesn't look so harsh. Okay, this looks better. Kind of. Fuck me. You really need patience. And I don't have any today. I really sincerely do not have any fucking patience, but it looks better, okay? For a second I was gonna be like, I don't know what we're gonna do today, but I think this is as good as we're gonna get it. So I wanna take a little bit of that dark blue. I'm just gonna kind of put it in the outer corner. There is a little bit, okay, see right there, there's like another fucking spot. So let me see something. If I just, that light blue shade is really helping kind of cover up the patchiness, which is nice. All right, okay, this was a fucking struggle, but we're here. And I look like such a drag queen. I feel like I look like Divine. I look like Divine. This is cute. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter glue and we're gonna use that multi-chrome. It's gonna be fun cleaning my brushes later. And I'm just gonna apply this pretty much to 2/3 of my lid. That's super pretty. It's very, very moody. And I love that. And I wanna take a little bit more of this light blue. So I wanna see if I can like kind of blend out a little bit more. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but it just feels a little too moody for my liking right now. Okay, I don't hate this. Let's quit while we're ahead. Let's quit while we're ahead because otherwise it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I'm gonna go back into the middle shade and we're just going to kind of run that close to the lash line and kind of cover up all that blue fallout that I have, which is good. I'm gonna take this small fluffy brush and I'm gonna take that light blue shade and just blend out. See, it works so much nicer in the lower lash line, I feel like. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara and then we're gonna work on the other eye. Okay, I was kind of bitching a lot, but I kind of like it now. I think it's really cute. It's definitely, I mean, this is a very strong eye look. Am I going to the supermarket? Yes. I feel very Mimi Bobek and I'm not mad at it. It was a fucking journey, but we got there and I'm okay with that. So let's do the other side and hope that it doesn't take as fucking long. I'm gonna go back into this light blue shade. You know, maybe it's the light blue that's kind of patchy. Kind of noticing that this looks, especially right there, looks really, really patchy. But I think it's because I am not putting enough on. So give me 15 minutes. This is a fucking pain in the ass. It's funny, the more I build this up, the kind of darker it becomes, which is kind of interesting. Okay, that's weird. Moving on. I'm gonna take this blue and I'm gonna put it in the outer corner. Ironically enough, I feel like these kind of look the same. No, I take that back. It's maybe a little bit different, but they're very, very similar. I'm gonna switch the brush. I think I need a packing brush, yeah. Okay, so here's my problem with this shade. It like doesn't want to get out of the inner corner. I'm trying to bring it a little bit into the crease and it's really fucking difficult. What is going on today? Today's Casual Friday. This shouldn't be this difficult. What the fuck? Honestly, I think this is the best that we're gonna do. Like, it's funny because I don't mind the blend. The blend doesn't look bad, but it just won't go anywhere above that area. I'm trying my little hardest and it's like, nope, we don't wanna go. We're not going. I'm like, why? You're making this difficult. I think I feel okay about this. I'm gonna put some NYX glitter glue on. I'm so fucking over it at this point. I'm gonna take that light blue shade. That is such a pretty blue silver shade. Yeah, that dark blue. See how it's now getting a little patchy? It's like lifting. What the fuck? What is going on today? I'm gonna add a little bit of this blue. I'm gonna just do a combination of the two. Yeah, that looks better. I was really trying to avoid that because I wanted to see if it just, I don't know, could stand on its own, but I feel like that is not the case today. So I'm gonna take this blue shade. I'm actually gonna take a combination of these two and I'm gonna use it as a liner shade. I'm gonna go in with one of the Kaleidos multi-chrome liners that has like this really icy blue, because I feel like that's gonna make my waterline pop. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of that middle shade, throw it right under the liner and kind of smoke it out. Now I'm gonna also add in the lightest shade in the inner corner, which by the way, I did that on this side as well. So we're gonna be a little matchy-matchy today. I'm gonna throw on some mascara and then let's talk about this shit show. So here's a completed second look. It's not bad. It's just, I'm not a fan of the creamy matte formula, which is weird because at first I didn't like it and then I liked it. Or was it cream to powder I didn't like? I think it was the cream to powder, not the creamy matte. I always fuck it up. I never remember which is the one that I don't like. Anyway, it doesn't matter at this point because I feel like all three of the matte shades in this palette, they're really, really finicky, which is kind of weird because I was expecting not that. I was kind of expecting the multichrome to be like the worst thing in this palette, but both the metallic shade and the multichrome were fantastic. So let's talk about the things that I like about this palette. The multichrome and shimmer. The multichrome is really nice. Is it my favorite multichrome in the world? No, it's not. But I think it's very, very solid for what it is. She's definitely on the drier side for sure, but when applied with glitter glue, I didn't notice any bullshit, any fallout. I didn't get any sort of like weird texture mixing that with the glitter glue. Everything was pretty consistent. I did feel like I had to kind of go in a couple of times, only because while I did have some opacity, I just felt like it kind of needed to be built up just a little bit. It's not the end of the world, but I think for me, when it comes to multichromes, I want something that's like bam, in your face pigment. And that's what I love about indie multichromes. In particular, Cleona has the best multichromes. I actually have a couple of them right here. And I've had these for a hot minute, but you just see the pigment is just so sharp, so buttery, right? Compared to this. This was with one swipe, okay? And this is like, oof. Well, yes, you do see something there, like fucking indie all the way, baby. Indie all the way. All that to say, well, yes, it's a drier formula and maybe not my favorite. It still worked really, really well. I like how this look came out. Kinda, sorta, not really. Kinda, yeah. No, I kinda like it. But I felt like it was just kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. We'll get to the mattes in a second. The other shade that I really loved in this palette is this silver right here, which is kind of funny because I wouldn't really call this a silver. I would think this is more like a blue silver, but I guess on its own, yeah, it is a silver. Holy shit, okay. But mixed with the blue, it definitely comes off like a light blue silver. Now, is this the most Tin Man schlong silver in the world? No, it's not, but it's very solid for what it is. It's definitely on the lighter side. While I really gravitate more towards like a darker silver, this is definitely lighter, but still very, very pretty. I like it in the inner corner, and again, didn't have any issues with application when used with glitter glue. I think it looks really nice. I don't notice any glitter bukkake. Everything is staying intact, and again, I didn't experience any fallout with both of those shades, so that is fucking amazing. Amazing, considering sometimes I usually have the worst luck with some of the metallic shades. I kind of wish that there was at least one more shimmer in this palette. Normally I lean more towards the mattes, but I think in this case I would have really appreciated like another shimmer, whether it be like some sort of like this blue shade but in a shimmer. I think that would have been really, really pretty. But no, we didn't get that. And while these two shades are the favorites of the palette, I really wish that there was one more. Now moving on to the creamy matte. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So initially I used the light blue shade and I felt like, okay, all right, it's not bad. I need to build it up a little bit. It's a pastel shade, so it totally makes sense. But I think when combining the middle shade with the pastel shade, that's when I noticed that there was like some weird patchiness to it. And as much as I blended out, I just kept seeing like these 3 fucking lines on my eyeball. It wasn't until I used a heinous amount of that light blue shadow and just kind of really just pressing it on and not blending it too much, that's when I noticed like, okay, it's definitely staying in place. But I think because of that, I feel like this eye kind of got a little bit away from me. It's definitely blown out. It's kind of really, really fucking intense. I wish I could have roped it back in just a little bit. Maybe not to get so blown out. And I feel like if it wasn't for the multichrome, I would still see that kind of weird 3 fucking line thing that was happening on my eye. I don't understand what the hell that was about. I will say though, mixing these 2 colors together, it didn't get muddy, which I do appreciate. But I did feel like definitely the darker blue overtook the pastel color, which totally makes sense. But at least I was able to kind of add a little bit more of that pastel shade in the outer corner, ultimately just really blowing my fucking eye look out. But it's not bad. I feel like I definitely figured it out, but it just took way too fucking long. This is something that should be very, very quick, and it took way too long to the point where my wrist is starting to get carpal tunnel syndrome. I don't like that. So not a fan of that. When I moved on to this side, I kind of noticed that the light blue was patchy, which is weird because I thought it was the middle shade, but no, it's the light shade. So the light shade was kind of, again, skipping certain areas. And then the more that I was applying, the darker it was becoming, which was really weird because I felt like it was definitely a darker tone than what is in pan. So I don't know what the fuck that was about, but whatever, okay. So then I decided, you know what the hell? Let's add this blue to the outer corner. And that one was strange because for whatever reason, it didn't want to leave one part of my outer corner. I was trying to kind of blend it upwards into the crease and it was like, no, sorry, not gonna happen for you, bitch. And I don't understand why that is. And potentially I could have been doing something wrong. That's, I would say, probably 99% of the time on this channel. if we're gonna be honest here, yeah, it's usually my fucking fault. So while it wasn't really moving up to the middle so much, I figured, okay, let's do the shimmer. I did the shimmer. Shimmer looked really, really pretty. I noticed that blue shade kind of started to shift a little bit and started to lift, and I could kind of see it going lighter, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. So that's when I started using this middle shade in combination with this shade to just layer it up and try not to blend it out too much. It definitely looks better, but I do see a little bit of like lightness again, just right in that outer corner. I don't know what the fuck that's about. This was frustrating. This was like really fucking annoying, this palette. I don't mind the looks that I created, but I don't think they're all that fucking, I don't know, amazing. I think they're just okay. That's so disappointing because I really, really wanted to like this palette. And I kind of feel like just based off of today and just like application and how frustrating it is. And it's just one of those palettes that I know I'm never gonna reach for because I know I have stuff in my collection that is one, a stronger multi-chrome, a stronger silver, and just really good fucking blue eyeshadows that are not patchy. I know I mentioned this one before, but Game Beauty came out with an all blue palette. This is fantastic. This was really fun. A lot of fun to work with, a lot of fun to play with. And I didn't notice kind of just the frustration or irritation that came with just patchiness of some of these blue shades. It's really annoying. So I don't know. Is it possible that I got a bum palette? Maybe, but it's just so fucking aggravating. And it's really disappointing because I love these little palettes and it's just not that fucking good. It's just not that good. So yeah, I don't think this is definitely worth checking out, especially when you can get a better quality elsewhere and like, I don't know, less the fucking hassle. And to think about all the fucking time wasted just blending and blending to nothing, like it's aggravation. Mama's not happy. This was really fucking annoying. The other thing that kind of bothers me too about this palette is that I feel like this blue and this blue, they look a little too similar. Well, yes, I did notice the difference between the two. They still look kind of similar, which makes me question like maybe we could have had another blue in this palette. And of course, the other thing is the variety of looks that you can create with this palette. I kind of feel like you're very, very limited. You might be able to make like maybe 2, 3, and I'm being really, really nice when I say 3, but I don't even think you could really even make that many because everything kind of just starts to look exactly the same. I don't know. As a standalone palette, it's like meh. And again, as a companion piece, there are far better fucking palettes out there that have blues that are just not such a pain in the ass to fucking deal with. So yeah, I don't recommend this. I don't think it's all that fucking great. It's really disappointing. I like the Trichrome palette, even though there were some frustrations with that one, especially with the multi-chromes not being like what I want them to be, like indie brands. But regardless, I still like that palette more than I like this little shit guy. So yeah, disappointed, but not surprised. Actually a little bit. No, I am because I really do love those mini palettes and I usually don't have a bad thing to say about them, but yeah, this is not it, fam. This is not it. So if you were interested in wanting to pick this up during the Sephora sale or Ulta or whatever, save your money. It's fucking not worth the heartache. And also, I mean, I do love looking like Mimi Bobak, but I don't know. These are just like, save yourself the money, don't bother. But now I would love to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you have this palette. And if you do, are you sharing the same frustrations that I'm having or do you love it? Let me know because I love hearing from you. And of course, if you have any tips or anything that maybe you understand why it was doing that, let me know because I'm all about learning. And I don't know why it sounded like a Hallmark channel, like I'm all about learning. But no, I'm serious because I don't know what the fuck was going on and that annoyed the shit out of me. Anyway, with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and to my beautiful, wonderful YouTube members and patrons. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what's currently on my face, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box down below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.